Alright, this topic is about slopes of parallel lines, and we're going to talk about it from the perspective of linear equations. First thing you need to know is that parallel lines have the same slope. They're equidistant apart, and so that means that when you graph them on the coordinate plane, you're going to end up having the same steepness. So they're always going to be the same. Yeah, this is really neat. But anyways, they have the same distance apart all the time. So that means that their steepness or their slope has to be the same. And we're just going to talk about it from that point of view. A lot of times you'll get asked to find the equation of a line parallel to a certain equation, and that means that you just need to find that equation's slope. So let's do an example. And this is a good one to write down in your notes. So find the slope of a line parallel to y equals 3/4 x minus 1, and which passes through we'll say -1, 5. Alright, so we have some line. We're trying to find the slope of a line. And they gave us way too much information here, which is fine. Find the slope of a line parallel to this line. Alright, hopefully you recognize that that's written in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And if you recognize that, hopefully you recognize that the m stands for slope. So if they give you the equation of the line that's parallel, and it's in slope-intercept form, just find the number in front of the x. So the slope of our new line will be 3/4, because if the lines are parallel, and this line has a slope of 3/4, the line that we're looking for also has to have a slope of 3/4. I'm going to take this problem a step further. Besides finding the slope of the line parallel to this line, we're going to find the equation. So the first step is what we needed to do anyways. We needed to find the slope. The second step is finding the b value, and I've created a formula. It's really not a creation, but I've determined a formula that you can use to do that. To find the b value, which is also your y-intercept, you take a y value and subtract out the slope times the x value. Well, they gave us an x and a y right here, so we're going to use those. So the y value they gave us was 5 minus the slope that we just figured out was 3/4 times our x value, which is -1. So we're going to clean that up. This here is going to give us minus and negative, so that's going to change to plus. And then 5 plus 3/4, you can either write it as 5 3/4 or 5.75 or 23/4, however you want to write it. So our final equation, we want to show it in slope-intercept form. We need a number here for slope and a number here for b. And if you look up above, step 1 gives us the m, step 2 that we did gives us the b. So our final equation is y equals 3/4 x plus our b value, and that is the equation of a line parallel to 3/4 x minus 1, which passes through -1, 5. Alright, let's try another example. Let me just slide this up, get it out of our way. Alright, let's find the equation of a line parallel to y equals -1/2 x minus 5, passing through the point, I don't know, how about -4, 3? Sounds good. Alright, so step 1, we need to find the slope. We look at the equation that they gave us, and again, we recognize it's in y equals mx plus b form, and the slope is the number in front of the x, so it's -1/2. Perfect. Step 2, we need to find our b value, and here's that equation. b equals y minus mx. They gave us a nice ordered pair. Again, anytime you see an ordered pair, I suggest that you label it, an x for the first number and a y for the second. That helps keep you organized and make sure you plug in the right number at the right time. So for our formula, we need the y first, which is 3 minus, we just found that the slope was negative 1/2, and the x value they gave us was negative 4. We need to do a little bit of PEMDASing here. We're going to have 3 minus, and notice that these here, it's going to be negative times a negative, so it's going to be 3 minus a positive. So we're just going to have to leave that as a subtraction sign. 1/2 times 4 is going to end up being 2. And then finally, 3 minus 2 gives us a b value of 1. Our final step is to put it into the equation. Y equals mx plus b. We need a number for the m, we need a number for the b, and we have both of those numbers. So our final equation is going to be y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. And there you go. Alright, let's try one more of these. Alright, let's find the equation of a line parallel to y equals, I don't know, let's just use a whole number. 2x minus 3 passing through the ordered pair negative 5, 7. Could be goopy, but we'll see. So we want to find the equation of a line parallel to y equals 2x minus 3, which passes through negative 5, 7. So again, we look at the first equation that they gave us. We can get the slope right from there. It's the number in front of the x, so our slope is 2. That's pretty easy. Our second step is to find our b value, and here is an equation for that. We have an ordered pair, which we're going to label up. So when we apply our formula, we have y, which is 7, minus m, which we found was 2, and x, which is negative 5. This is just order of operations. 7 minus negative 10, boop, boop, which gives us 17. So we put it all together, and our equation is y equals 2x plus 17. And there you go. That's finding the equation of lines parallel to each other, as long as you're given the slope and a line or a point that it passes through. If it's not clear enough, come find me and I'll see if I can help illuminate some of the parts that aren't making sense.